From the Tribune News Network, this is Newsbreak. I'm Kirk Smith. Monday's top stories. Prime Minister Davis begins his first full week in office after being sworn in over the weekend. He's in the process of filling out his cabinet now. 8 members will become official this afternoon following ceremonies at the Bahama Resort. The new Prime Minister says it's no secret they must build trust. Among his first moves, changing the COVID-19 curfew hours to midnight to 5 a.m., here's why he did it.
Well, that decision was made in the context of it having been 12:59 the night before, and there seemed to be no rhyme or reason for keeping it at 9, and so that decision was made.
The Prime Minister says he'll have further discussions with relevant officials before making any further moves.
I have met already with Dr. Dal Regis, who's been leading the charge and the fight on the front line on this pandemic. On Monday, after the appointment by Minister of Health, we'll be quickly getting into the nuts and bolts of where we are, what we have to do, how to get it done to ensure that we get this pandemic under control. Curfews, on the face of it, from the medical information we have, is not a tool that is effective against the fight. But I am to get more information on that.
This is Newsbreak from the Tribune News Network. Health officials have so far made no official comment on the curfew change, but they continue to keep an eye on the corona numbers. 185 additional confirmed cases reported over the weekend, taking the total past 20,000 now. 6 more deaths have been reported. That total is now past 500. Still more than 150 persons in hospital being treated for the virus, and officials will be keeping an eye on the post-election numbers. In Grand Bahama Police, they're investigating that island's second murder in a week, the end result of an altercation between a group of young men at a bar in the International Bazaar. When it was over, 2 men were shot, another stabbed. One of the shooting victims died at the scene. The other 2 are in hospital. Another murder in the capital, a man found shot to death in his car in the Milton Street area yesterday. Police are looking into the circumstances. The election results are now official. The Parliamentary Registration Department confirming 32 seats for the PLP, 7 for the F&M following the recount. The voter turnout, a record low 65%, concerning for some political leaders. Details of the day's top stories in the Tribune newspaper on the streets first thing in the morning. Stay up to date online at Tribune242.com. Now the Tribune's AccuWeather update, a service of Insurance Management. No major systems in the area. Partly sunny, chance of pop-up showers. Highs in the upper 80s. 87 at Freeport, 88 in the capital, 88 at Matthewtown. No marine advisories. Winds generally 10 to 15 knots. The seas 2 to 4 feet. High tide now. The next low around 2 this afternoon. Turning partly cloudy tonight, overnight lows in the upper 70s and low 80s. No systems in the tropics to be concerned about right now. If you need additional weather information, check the Tribune's weather page. For your insurance needs, call Insurance Management. This is the peak of the hurricane season. Insurance Management reminds you to double-check your preparations. Make sure that your home and contents coverage is up to date. Call them today. With more than 40 years in business, nobody does it better.
Let's get the weekend started. The Weekend, published every Friday in the Tribune, has the hottest news in fashion, music tips, the who's who on the red carpet, your must-try restaurants and hotspots, and of course, what to wear when you step out. Catch up on the latest film reviews, or be thrilled with exciting tales from Bahamian history. There's only one place to find everything you need to plan your perfect weekend, in Friday's Tribune. Pick up your copy of The Weekend every Friday. The Tribune, the people's paper, biggest and best.
Thursday's World News headlines. U.S. President Biden is trying, but there's no progress reported in his efforts to break the deadlock in his own party that is holding up passage of his massive spending agenda. And the U.S. government could be headed for a shutdown as of tomorrow. More than 100 persons have been killed in a deadly prison riot in Ecuador. Tensions continue on the Korean peninsula after North Korea carries out another missile test. But North Korean leader Kim Jong-un says he is willing to talk to the South about peace. Tribune's gas tracker prices: Shell 513, Esso 513, Rubis $5.01 per gallon here in the capital. Now your sports notes brought to you by the Tribune Sports section. The Tribune Sports goes in depth with WNBA MVP Jonquel Jones. Read about what she has to say about winning that major award. The NFL begins Week 4 tonight with Jacksonville at Cincinnati. Dolphins get Mike Strachan and the Colts on Sunday in Indianapolis. Get all of the NFL details and the picks heading into the last weekend of regular season play in Major League Baseball. Jazz and the Marlins get a win in New York last night. Find out who's in the playoffs and who still has hopes heading into the final weekend. Another win for Team Bahamas in that junior tennis event in the Dominican Republic. The Tribune Sports has the details. For all of your sports details, you want to check the Tribune Sports section. Everything you need from the world of sports you'll find in the Tribune Sports. And that's your news break. Details of the day's top stories in the Tribune newspaper on the streets first thing in the morning. Stay up to date online at Tribune242.com.